Hey everybody, my name's Andrew. Welcome back to Music Theory Logic. So if you saw my last music theory breakdown, we talked about Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, and that led us to talk about Dorian Mode. That may have been confusing to some people, so I thought today I could try to write a song in another mode, or at least a melody and a chord progression. So let's go ahead and look at Logic. All right, cool. So here we are in Logic Pro. And what I've done is I've basically just charted a reference key. So I have C major here, which is the simplest major key. It's all the white notes on a typical piano or a keyboard. We describe it as starting from the note C, ending on the note C. That sounds like this. You may have heard people saying like do re mi fa sol la ti do. I don't sing very well myself, but when they do that, that's called solfege, and that is basically singing a major scale. All right, cool. So let's get back to the mode stuff. So I said this in the music theory breakdown for the Weeknd song, but essentially we call this a major key. But there's another word to describe this key that's a mode, and that word is Ionian, Ionian. Really strange word, seems quite different, and that's because it actually has its origins in Greek. So all the modes have kind of weird names. And basically in Western music, two modes became more commonly used than the others, and were even given different names. We call them major and minor. Major's Ionian mode, minor's Aeolian mode. So if we were to basically write a piece of music and have the melodies and the chords resolve or kind of like rotate around another chord, another note other than the one, that would give it a modal sound. So let's try to write something Phrygian today. So Phrygian is built on this third in the major key. That means the tonic or the one chord in Phrygian is going to be E minor. Cool. So let me basically show you what's happening there. We're going to have everything is exactly the same. We're just going to start on E, moving up the white keys to E minor. So this is now E Phrygian. Cool. And we'll use these chords as the chords to write the progression for. So I'm going to create another instance of this keyboard. Let's mute this. We're at 140 beats per minute. I write a lot of stuff at 140. If you hear my music, I love doing like future bass and dubstep stuff, but like rock influenced versions of that stuff. Cool. So let's not be like super crazy. Let's just start on an E minor chord. My voicings for these are just going to be triads to begin. So we could go with like E minor. Let's go to A minor. Let's see. Be kind of cool to go to a major chord, maybe C from there. Back to the one. Maybe we actually want to go to the B diminished chord. It's going to be super dissonant. Let's see, I kind of liked what we had before. The one inverted. What if we do a minor 7? Cool. So yeah, the chords we have here is E minor. That would be the 1 in E Phrygian. We've got the A minor. That's a 4 in the Phrygian. We've got a C major, that's going to be what, a 6 in the Phrygian, and then we have basically an inverted 7th chord. We've got the note D, or E, D, and B. So I'm thinking of that as an E minor 7 chord, where we do not have the note G and we have B in the bass, but it makes it more interesting. Cool. So in the interest of time, let's just bring in some Logic drummer. What should we do? Some R&B. Let's try R&B. That could be kind of fun. Got Rose drumming. Have her play something super simple. If you guys haven't used Logic, this is like one of the super crazy functions of it. It's basically a MIDI generator drum machine that has a different sort of graphic interface where it's like almost like a chaos pad. You can move it left to right, up and down. Can be kind of frustrating at first if you have a groove that you want. I was thinking that halftime stuff sounds pretty cool. All right, let's get to melody writing here. All right, so I'm just gonna stick with the same instrument at the end. We can maybe choose some other instruments. Cool. So to write a melody that's going to again work with our Phrygian, we're going to want to use a lot of the E note. So let's hear this. All right, cool. So one thing I did right there is I used what's called the leading tone. So I used this note right here, which was D sharp. Any scale that you're in, the leading tone is one literally half step or one note below. I will explain that more in future videos, but that's a really important note. In minor keys, we get this special thing called harmonic minor, where the 5 chord is major, and that's resulted from that stuff happening. So yeah, I always forget to turn off my mail notifications. That's our melody. Let's make the sound a little bit cooler. Just choosing some instruments. Today, let's use a third-party instrument. We're gonna use Isotope Iris. Let's just use some default instruments. Kind of a trippy pad. Let's add a key layer, just duplicating that chord MIDI. Let's see, what does film sound like? Nice. Cool pluck there. Let's maybe add some delay on it. Give it some more reverb. All right. melody time. Let's see, what should we do? How about we build a pluck really quickly in Serum? So I'm going to choose a wavetable here. This is not going to sound that great to begin with. Just a simple. Alright. Creating a pluck. Alright, not the most interesting sound. We could add in some sort of interesting harmonic. Could do some filtering on this wavetable B. Like talking sound on it. Nice. So yeah, definitely like the beginning of this instrumental. I really just wanted to create a quick, simple video to help show you how to write in another mode. So again, modes seem super complicated. I remember when I was first trying to memorize like Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian. It just seems so weird and different, and the whole idea that we can write so much different music with the same 7 notes just rotating around a different note seems kind of like magic in the beginning, but it does work. So yeah, I hope this was a helpful demonstration in writing in a different mode. Today we chose Phrygian. We didn't, do anything that crazy or get super far on an instrumental, but hopefully this helped you understand how to write a chord progression and then a melody in a mode other than Ionian and Aeolian, which most of us know as major and minor. So if this was helpful, be sure to leave me a comment or subscribe below. I'll try to keep this useful content continuing. If you want to hear my music, I'll link to it below. If you're curious about my music theory textbook for electronic producers, I will also link to that below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.